Okay, this is actually Monday, week 29. I know today's Friday, but we didn't do Mondays. I feel it's a little more challenging than Fridays. Number one, today's earthquake, which started at 8:30, shaked the city hard for 25 seconds. First thing, today's earthquake, which started at 8:30. Which started at 8:30 is an adjective clause, so we want to go ahead and put commas around it. Because that means we could take it right out of the sentence and have today's earthquake shaked the city hard for 25 seconds. Okay, so we know that's an adjective clause describing the earthquake. And then you see today's is underlined in red. That's because it needs to show possession. Today's earthquake, which started at 8:30. It didn't shake the city. What is the past of shaked or shake, I guess? What's the past? Shook. It should be shook the city hard for 25 seconds. It is missing a period there at the end, so we have to include that. On to number two. It was the stronger quake in 50 years, but nobody were hurt too bad. Let's take a look at stronger. Now, it's comparing this quake to all the quakes in the last 50 years. So it's not stronger, it would be strongest, because it would have to be in the superlative. So it was the strongest quake in 50 years. They knew that they were supposed to have a comma, but that comma should be before but, not after but. Okay? But nobody were hurt too bad. Nobody was hurt. This is where it gets a little irregular here. Nobody was hurt. And then when you're using to right here, you're talking about to the extent of something. You're not talking about the preposition or the infinitive to, so you want to add another O. Nobody was hurt too bad, and then actually badly. You don't say too bad. It's actually badly. Probably when you talk, you say too bad, but technically it should be nobody was hurt too badly. Okay, number three, we're looking for the past perfect verb. Christy had not met my parents until she came to our house last week. So with that past perfect verb, we want to include, okay, that helping verb had. Okay, and so our past perfect version then would be had and then met. So had met, and I'm having trouble highlighting both, but it should be had met. The one thing you do not want to include is not, because not is always an adverb. It's never a verb. It's always an adverb. So just had met. Moving along to number four, we have analogies. Dirty is to filthy, as clean is to. When you do analogies, the one thing I want you to remember is that you're looking for that bridge that goes together with the analogy. Like, why are these words related? You know, that's the key. You can look at dirty is to filthy, as clean is to spotless, and probably pick up on it right away. But you really need to be thinking, what's the bridge? You know, why are those related? And it's because dirty and filthy are synonyms. And so you're looking for a synonym for clean then, and spotless would fit that bill. But you need to make sure that you're paying attention to what the bridge is. That's the key to knowing analogies, because when they get a little bit more difficult, that's how you're going to figure them out. You're going to find that bridge. Next one, nickel is to 5 as dollar is to. Okay, and so nickel and 5, how are they related? What is their relationship there? Well, a nickel is worth 5. Okay, how does that relationship play out? And maybe even a better way to say that is a nickel is worth 5 what? A nickel's worth 5 pennies. Okay, so now go to our dollar. A dollar's worth what? How many pennies? That's where you're going to go with 100, because if you don't include the pennies, that can get confusing. So that's your bridge. A nickel's worth 5 pennies. A dollar's worth 100 pennies. Okay, and that is all then for Monday, week 29, which we are doing on Friday of week 29.